Hello there everybody and welcome, it is Niran here and today it is time for another episode of our Internazionale career mode here on FIFA 17. The long awaited, I guess, return. Been doing a lot of career mode experiment videos recently and this has been sort of put on the back burner, but for any fans of this series, don't you worry, it's not going anywhere whatsoever. It will remain on the channel, you can be sure of that. Today we're going to get into some action and we are out of the transfer window now. We're firmly into September, which means we're back to 3 games per episode. Last time we had a ridiculously hectic episode, 2 good games against Sampdoria and Napoli, we won both of those, and we made 4 transfers on deadline day. You can go and check those out if you want to, link will be in the description to the playlist, and annotation to the last episode will be on the screen. You guys voted for Vincent Cosiello as your player of the episode in episode number 3 of this series, which means he's going to play every single game of today's video. He won player of the episode 6 times in his career at Hull City during our time at the northeast side in England, and he's already added to his account here at Inter as well. We're just going to quickly skim through a squad report before we get into this first Champions League game of the episode, because there's been a bit of growth since the last time I showed you it. Obviously in terms of attributes as well, but in terms of overall ratings, a few players have gone up. Jose Maria Jimenez is now an 86 rating, he's gone up by 1. If there's any players you want to pause on, then make sure to do so and you can check them out in a bit more detail. But crucially this month, Andrew Robertson and How Mario have both gone up an overall to 80 and 87 respectively. How Mario up to an 87 rating. Gabriel has gone up as well, he's now 84. Jason Vargas, one of our newest signings as well, he came in from the Chilean league, he is now a 78 rating. No growth yet for Clement Longley, the man we signed from Athletic Bilbao last time. Juan Jesus had already gone up an overall before this month. Tommaso Berni, the 35-year-old goalkeeper, has gone down, same for Palacio, and we'll just skip through the rest of the guys. Turbo, you guys convinced me to keep him. He's growing already, that could prove to be a good decision actually from you lot. Yao Gai as well there, Kieran Tierney's gone up 2 already. Moses Ogier, one of the other players we signed last episode, has already gone up as well. He's a 72 rating now, so good to see him going up, and just good generally to see all of the, all of our new signings growing. That's 3 of our new signings I think have gone up since joining or whatever, so that's very good to see. Bit of a downgrade there for Biabiani, as well as Christian Ansaldi, who's out injured at this moment in time. Candreva has also dipped below 80 rating, as well, which is of course why we brought in Domenico Berardi, and here you can see the guys that are out on loan as well. So it is finally Champions League time, and it's time to get into European competition with the first game of today's episode against Rosenborg of the Norwegian League. And you can see, because of the fact that we've got a bit of fatigue, we only played our last game 3 days ago in game, we've had to make quite a few changes to the side. Andre Hahn, Jason Vargas, Moses Ogier and Juan Jesus are into the side, so this will be Vargas and Ogier's first start for the club since joining. So it's a wet and rainy day up in Scandinavia, up in Norway for today's matchup. You can see the other teams here that are in our group. Atletico Madrid, Benfica and Rosenborg are the teams, just in case I hadn't gone over that before. Now I've had a bit of a fiddle around with the slider settings and I think they may be a little bit more difficult than they were before. So that's going to take some getting used to, because it'll mean that the AI are playing in a very different style to what they usually do. It also might make it more difficult as a shot comes in there from Rosenborg, and that just flashes wide of the post from Mizio, and that is a very, very good effort. Handanovic was getting nowhere near that. Ogier's going to take this short and just give it to Cosiello, who can go for a long ranger. That's exactly what he's done, but it's just a little bit high and a little bit wide into Moses Ogier. Would like a run here from the right back. There we go, eventually. It's not the right back, it's actually Brozovic who can go for a shot, and it's a great save from the goalkeeper, scrambled away by Rosenborg. It's now Cosiello. Here's Hahn, overlapping run from Domenico Berardi. But Berardi's still going on his own. He's gone past his man. He tries to dink it over the keeper. That was a wonderful run from Berardi. It's something that we know he can definitely do. Rosenborg are pretty solid in defence. They are kind of prone to just allowing overlaps and stuff, but apart from that, when you're just trying to pass it through them, they are very, very, very good. But again, the overlap is on here. It's towards Juan Jesus, and that is in the back of the net. And the left back is the man with the goal. Juan Jesus. The assist from Moses Ogier. I was literally just saying Rosenborg seems solid when you're just trying to pass it around them, but they are sometimes prone to allowing the overlap, and that's exactly what's happened here. Juan Jesus with a nice, calm and composed finish for a left-back who used to be a centre-back into Vargas. Good little reverse ball to Hahn. Can he find Vargas again? Yes, he can. Vargas with the shot. It might fall to Kozcielo. Headed out, though, for a corner. And gets swung into the box, though, here. On towards the head of Murillo. Great header and into the back of the net. It's looped over the goalkeeper. And it's the captain with the goal. And Jason Murillo, I wasn't expecting that to go in. I thought that was over the bar, but Kozcielo swinging it in. And what a header that is. Looping over the Rosenborg goalkeeper. He can't quite get there. It's right in the space between his hand, is between the goalkeeper's palm and the crossbar. Great aerial threat from both our centre-backs, obviously, being Murillo and Jimenez naturally, but that's the first time we've seen it properly, as we now go in at half-time, at the interval, with a 2-goal lead. Rosenborg, though, now with the overlap this time. Vargas trying to do his defensive duties, the ball over, and it's just about dealt with by the goalkeeper and the combination of Handanovic and Santon in the end. Gianluca Caprari and Ever Banega will come on for Domenico Berardi and Vincent Kozcielo. Both the men who have come on have scored since coming on as a substitute in their times at the club. Caprari scored a penalty in our first professional game, I guess, first real game. And Banega as well scored the winner against Sampdoria last episode off the bench. So, yeah, Rosenborg are starting to chuck everybody forward now. They've got about 5 attackers at this point in the game. Vargas is going to play a simple ball through towards Ever Banega, who can cut back onto his right foot, but puts it over the bar. Here's Santon, now to Brozovic. Vargas is over in support. There should be a chance for a third. It's Jason Vargas, but he's dragged the shot wide. Going to go into the box again towards Jason Murillo again. Can he get his head on it? He can, but it goes over the bar, and that completes a pretty torrid 10 minutes in terms of finishing ability, but it does at least conclude a 90 minutes in which we've got the 3 points in European competition. 2-0 win though, Jason Murillo with the second goal just before half-time. No surprise really that man of the match was Jason Murillo with a 9.3, but worth pointing out that Moses Ogier actually matched him in terms of rating. Obviously Ogier got that assist for the Juan Jesus goal, but apart from that was very solid in the game. 8.5 for Jesus, 8.4 for Santon and 8.2 for Domenico Berardi. So we're going to continue training some of the players that we've just brought in the transfer window. Jason Vargas, Clement Longley and Moses Ogier. Bit of a tribute growth for both Vargas and Ogier. They're both now pretty close to going up to the next overall. So here's your squad for the second game of today's episode against Carpi in Serie A. This is the middle game of the episode. Obviously Kozcielo starts because he was the player of the episode last time. Gabriel Perisic and How Mario, as well as Robertson, are all back in after that Champions League game. Jeffrey Kondogbia is also coming into the side to replace Marcelo Brozovic, who's a little bit tired, and Clement Longley comes in for his debut to replace Jose Maria Jimenez, because why not? So after this game, this could have been top versus bottom, if you like, because if we win, we go top. Carpi lose, they obviously stay bottom of the table. So we'll have to see how this one goes. A few recognisable names. Vid Belek, the Carpi goalkeeper, used to play for Internazionale, was a youth academy graduate from the Internazionale youth academy, so he's playing against his old side. And Balázs Dzsuzsák, the winger, is a very tricky customer from Hungary. Anyone who watched the Euros with particular attention will remember him from his exploits with Hungary. Carpi are coming out with aggression by the stack full at the moment. Look at the amount of players they had going forward just then. Good little interception from Jeffrey Kondogbia though, and now we can go forward in with similar pace and aggression with Domenico Berardi, who can stretch his legs away from the defender. And again, the Carpi defence aren't going to keep up with him there. He's got support in the centre in the shape of Gabriel, but he can't find any of his teammates, and it is headed clear only as far as Davide Santon with a strike, and that was not far away. Robertson needs to come across, the shot coming in, but a good save from Handanovic. Not entirely sure who it was with the shot in the end, but Carpi drawing first blood in terms of a chance in this game, and a smart save from Handanovic to deny him. Good interception from Jason Murillo, who's been just on fire in this episode so far, and he's still going. Haven't seen much of Clement Longley actually. I mean, we might have made some challenges, but I haven't really noticed any. Corner's going to get swung in by Pasquiti, headed away by How Mario just about. Though the referee has given a penalty here, and it's against Ivan Perisic. To be honest, my response was late because I was trying to figure out what had happened. I do get it. I mean, I didn't press tackle, which is really annoying. I didn't even press B. So technically it wasn't a stand tackle, it's just Perisic running into the player, which is a bit of a shame, but we've given away a penalty. Really wasn't necessary, but again, it was completely by accident. Dzsuzsák will take, and he sends Handanovic the wrong way. And bottom of the table, Carpi have taken the lead here against us with, I'm not gonna lie, a kind of fortuitous penalty. It was a stone waller. I'm not going to deny, I'm not going to be like, oh, the ref has made a stupid decision, but I didn't want to make the challenge. I was just running in that direction and he happened to go down. So whatever the circumstance though, Carpi have taken the lead and they've had the only other chance in the game, so I suppose we can't complain too much. But we're 1-0 down. Here's Kondogbia through to Kozielo. He's got a bit of space himself, and what a save from Vid Belek down to his right-hand side. The space opened up for Kozielo in ridiculous fashion. The defenders were nowhere to be seen. It's not quite right in the bottom bins, but it's still a wonderful one-handed save from the ex-Inter goalkeeper. And maybe, I don't know who got rid of him. It might have been, was it Jose Mourinho maybe? Well, we can curse him nevertheless. Mourinho there with the header, and it's deflected over in the strangest circumstances possible. They say you're most vulnerable to conceding when you've just scored, and Carpi are currently experiencing that exact trend. Into the box again, this time headed clear, but only as far as Perisic again, who can swing it back in towards Robertson, and that is in. I think it's Andrew Robertson, I'm pretty sure it is. In fact, we're going to run over to the manager, Bunna. Andrew Robertson has scored his first goal for Internazionale since his move from Hull City, and it's with his head as well, something you really don't associate Andrew Robertson with, his heading ability, but he stuck that right where it came from, back where it came from, the traditional heading technique, and Andrew Robertson gets his goal, celebrates with Andre Hahn. Kozielo into Santon, now to How Mario Perisic is making a great run, it's Ivan Perisic with the chance, he hits the goalkeeper, great save from Belek, but it wasn't really a well-placed shot. Belek goes short, that's a terrible decision, it's Gabriel going for the chip, and he's got the chip, what a finish from Gabriel, the mistake from Belek, passing it out to his defender, Gabriel wins it back, and what a finish that is from the Brazilian, oh my word, beautiful, beautifully executed chip, Belek rues his poor decision, and he's gifted his ex-team a goal really, although I suppose the defender could have just got rid of it, it's a poor touch from him. Gabriel steals it though, and the delicate chip with the left foot just over Vid Belek. Oh, that is beautiful from Gabriel. It's I suppose by FIFA terms, it's an easy goal really to score, I guess, but it still just looks magnificent when pulled off to perfection like Gabriel has just done. What an outrageous goal from Gabriel to finish off this first half. Absolutely awesome play just generally from both sides. It's been a really enjoyable 45 minutes. Robertson though wins the ball back once again. He's been very good in this episode as well. Himself and Murillo definite contenders for player of the episode as far as things stand currently. Kozielo through to Robertson again. It's still Robertson. He might get an assist here. It's now to Gabriel. What a save again though from Vid Belek, who's having an emotional roller coaster of a football match. Carpi have got men over here as well. Fabio Deprella's on the ball. Jason Murillo for company. Great challenge, though, from Murillo. Deprella's managed to skip past the challenge, though, and a great save from Handanovic. The last-ditch challenge, I think, came along from Clement Longley as well. Yeah, it did, from Longley to put off Fabio Deprella as well. That is the end of the game. We do hold on to a 2-1 win, despite it getting a bit squeaky bum time towards the end of the game, but they put pressure on, did Carpi, but we do get the win that ensures we go top of the table after 2 games in this episode. Man of the match then goes to Andrew Robertson. No real surprise, got the winning goal as it so happened in the end, so 9.1 for him, and he was very good in defence too. Gabriel with an 8.5, Perisic with an 8.1, and well done as well to Clement Longley on his debut. Final bit of training probably of this episode, and again the same players being trained being Vargas, Ogier and Longley, and the first 2 of that 3-man list have gone up an overall. Vargas is now 79 rated and Moses Ogier is now 73 rated. So here's your third and final game of the episode. We're at home against Sassuolo, who are off the back of a 4-0 win against Crotone and are currently 4th in the league, so this will be no easy feat, but of course their main man, their ex-main man, Domenico Berardi, now plays for us, so we'll have to see how he does against his old side. Jason Vargas and Kieran Tierney are into the side for this game, so we'll be monitoring those 2 youngsters and seeing how they do. Sassuolo have still got quite a few decent players in their side, even without Domenico Berardi, who is of course the player to watch in this game. It would make no sense if he wasn't. And obviously completely going, you know, off my radar is the fact that obviously Josip Ilicic is playing against us as well, because he was involved in the trade deal. that saw Domenico Berardi join Internazionale, so he's playing against his old side. Worth noting as well, we've got two Scottish fullbacks playing in this one, Kieran Tierney at right back and Robertson at left back, but the chance coming in there for Sassuolo in other news. That's Brozovic out wide to Jason Vargas. He's done well to find the Chilean there, who skips inside past the challenge. Now to Vincent Coziello, the shot is blocked. It'll fall though to João Mario, who goes for the blast and it's just wide. That's some great defending now from Jimenez as well. Now it's to Perisic. Now Van Aanholt is out of position this time, so it's through towards Berardi, who's going to try and cut inside. He has done. He's gone past his man. It's over to Vincent Coziello with the first-time strike. Good save from Andrea Consigli. Swing this right into the danger zone, onto the head of Gabriel, but right into the hands of Andrea Consigli. Lucky stuff for Sassuolo there, because that very easily could have been a goal for Gabriel. Instead, though, it is an injury. Now then, once again, Van Aanholt is out of position. That's one of his weaknesses, I suppose, in real life as well. It's over towards João Mario with a shot, and what a finish! That is outrageous from João Mario. And again, taking advantage of a mistake from Sassuolo defenders being out of position, and that is an emphatic finish from João Mario, rifling it into the top corner. I wasn't expecting that at all. Coziello passes it across, completely missing out Gabriel, the middleman, straight across to João Mario, and he absolutely thumps it into the top corner. For the third time in 3 in this episode, we've scored in the 45th minute, right on the edge of half-time once again. Good challenge there from Vargas, might even be able to double it right on the edge of half-time. Here comes Jason Vargas now. He's got the pace to get away from the defender. He's going to turn back. Got some support from Gabriel now into Coziello, now through to Perisic. Can we get another one? Not quite. The save comes in from the goalkeeper. It is swept up in the end by Consigli. That was a great chance to make it 2-0. It was Marcelo Brozovic, actually, sorry, not Ivan Perisic in the end with the chance. That would have been a really interesting way to end the half with 2 quick-fire goals. Perhaps should have been. Vargas with the challenge again. This time we don't win the ball back from it, but Vargas again. Vargas is doing more in defence than he is going forward at the moment. And again, 3 challenges in a row. Unfortunately for him, they haven't yielded anything more than throw-ins each time, but he's done really, really well. Foul there right on the touchline. Sassuolo can swing the ball in. It's going to fall very kindly, and that really should have been dealt with. It's been volleyed into the back of the net. Oh, and of course, it's Josip Ilicic, who, to be fair, has the right to celebrate. We didn't even give him a chance at the club because we knew he wasn't going to get any game time, but he's been able to chest the ball down. And Jason Murillo, who's been absolutely faultless all episode so far, has not covered himself in much glory there by literally allowing his man to get in front of him, chest the ball down in the middle of a busy area, and then volley it into the back of the net. Suddenly that chance that was missed by Brozovic might prove to be a little bit costly. Ball into the box though from Robertson towards Coziello, and it almost went in, and I know Coziello didn't get the touch. That would have been an own goal. Great interception there from Kieran Tierney. Now it is to Coziello. That's in towards Gabriel, who is onside. He's got some support. It's Vincent Coziello, and that is a beautiful finish again. Swept into the top corner from Vincent Coziello. He's gone with the belly dive celebration. It was a great bit of play. João Mario giving it to Gabriel, who stops, passes it back, and that is just... I mean, it's just another great... I mean, it's... At the same time, it's not absolute worldy, but it's just a classy finish, isn't it? Top corner. This has been a wonderful episode for goals and action from both sides as well. The AI have been contributing hugely. They've done a really good job in attacking us, you know, often as well, which is good. Because that sometimes doesn't happen, but really, some of the action in this episode has been wonderful. Here's Coziello, it's to Vargas again. We could try and get a second quick-fire goal. It's going to fall, though, to Gabriel, and we've done exactly that, and it's 3-1 now. 2 goals in as many minutes for Internazionale. Jason Vargas almost got the goal, but it's fallen to the poacher himself, Gabby goal, and we've scored 2 goals. I probably haven't even cut that from the first one. Gabriel makes it 3-1 just a minute, literally, after Coziello scored. It's a great save from Consigli, but it's a basically open net for Gabriel to just sweep the ball into. This high-pressing play has worked really well for us in this episode, can I just say. Doesn't usually work for us, but it's really been putting Carpi and Sassuolo especially under a lot of pressure, even though they've been really doing the same thing to us. Here's Moses Auger now to Caprari. He's got an overlapping run being made by Robertson. Here comes Andrew Robertson down the left-hand side. Has he got the pace to get away? Just about. He's just somehow kept hold of the ball there. Here's Caprari. Now to Jovetic, that's to Domenico Berardi, the save comes in from Consigli. Berardi almost scoring against his old club there. He wouldn't have celebrated, obviously, because he spent a lot of time at Sassuolo, but Coziello, lovely ball inside there for Domenico Berardi, and again, from Berardi it is saved. He's never going to score, is he, at this rate? Auger tries to swing it in, he's not going to get to find anyone though, and Sassuolo will bring it away. Once again, we waste a few chances towards the end of the game, but it really didn't matter in this one. Man of the match then is Vincent Coziello, the man who was player of the episode in the last one. He gets man of the match, so I'm sure to fling himself into the mix for player of the episode next time as well. 9.5 rating for him. Not going to, you know, ignore the 9.4 as well for Gabriel. Great work from him. 9.2 as well for the first of the goal scorers being João Mario. It's fair to say then the Inter fans are very happy with the impact that Vincent Coziello has had since his £32 million move from Hull City to the San Siro. His sales of his shirt sales with Vincent Coziello on the back are booming apparently due to his performances out on the pitch. He has been very good, and speaking of his performances and everyone else's performances out on the pitch as well, you can now vote for your player of today's episode in the top right of the screen. There's a lot of contenders, a lot of goal scorers, but also our defensive performance has been very good. Don't know how I'm going to keep it down to 5 in fairness, but you guys can vote for your player of the episode, and whoever wins that will play every single game of the next one. In the meantime, whilst I'm doing the outro for this video, you can now check out the Hall of Fame in the background. Obviously, we can't call it the Hall of Fame anymore because we're not at Hull. Whilst we're very early on in the save or in the job, things will be chopping and changing quite a lot in terms of who holds each of the records. But in the meantime, I hope you have enjoyed today's episode of Internazionale Career Mode. If you have, then make sure to like the video and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Comment about enjoying the video if you enjoyed it that much, and if you want to keep up to date with what I'm doing day to day, then you can follow me on Twitter. My handle will be at the bottom of the screen, but in case you can't see it at the bottom of the screen or I've forgotten to edit it in, it is at the official FNG. Link will be in the description, you can check that out as well. Nevertheless though, it has been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a great day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.
Yo, biddy bang, biddy boo. Man can't fuck with the Nottingham crew. Put 1, 2, 9 holes in the queue. Wanna ride on me, you better change that route. I'm a lyrical animal straight out of the zoo. Big mate, man, big like Big Zoo. 15 going OT on my own, done it all alone. I never been a ring true. KYE, the hardest YG, my G. Better know he kicks like Kung Fu. Try me, you must have